been doing this show where oh no, wait, hold on, my mic.
Okay. You can still hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, we will ask each other a question related to the journey. It could be about relationships. It could be our past. It could be about our trauma. It could be about our shames. It could be about anything. And we surprise each other with a question. So yeah, and then before we start, we just want to give some reminders. We do have a workshop in 2 days on Tuesday, this Tuesday, on Reframe. We only have 3 spots left. So if you would like to join and read more about it, visit our website at selfloveexodus.com underneath workshops to find more information. We can't wait to start the reframing process. It's going to be so juicy, so needed, so healing. And you will get the sense of community healing as well, which is always so great. Yeah. Okay. And with that said, we will go ahead and start. And I will be asking Holly a question first.
I'm ready for you.
This has to do with the theme of how we're this year is ending. We're in the fall now. I mean, time. We're about to be in 2020 any second now. So in your life right now, what do you feel like is about to end for you? And what do you feel is about to open up for you? Yeah.
Well, this is a really interesting question for this particular year for me because in numerology, so I don't know if people know about numerology, but the way that it works is that each year we're in a different number, 1 through 9.
Okay.
And so 1 is like the beginning. And so when you're in a 1 year, you're in a year of like a lot of things opening up, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new opportunities. It's like a pretty exciting, you start the cycle. And then you go into a 2 year, and the 2 year has its special themes and meanings. And then you go all the way to a 9 year. And a 9 year is about letting go, ending, surrendering, releasing. 9 years are like hard years. I'm in a 9 year right now.
Okay.
So I'm like at the end of my 9 years.
So interesting. And so does everyone have a different year?
Yeah.
Like 2020 for me is my 8th year or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll figure out what year you're in.
Okay.
After this.
We're going to do that after.
And see this. But,
interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in a 9 year. And so I've been aware that I've been in a 9 year. I think for most of the year. I like figured this out at some point.
That is so true because I can recall everything that you let go and you were just on it.
It's been such a year releasing. So this year for me, and so I've had this consciousness of this whole year like, I'm not really in the like expanded new beginnings, new opportunities, like launching, blah, 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 blah. Like I'm really in a finishing phase of life right now. And it's like, yes, all throughout our life, always there's stuff to let go. But when you're in a 9 year, you're literally letting go of like almost everything.
Whew. Which is so freeing.
It's so freeing, but it's so painful.
Yeah, girl, I know what you're going through right now.
Yeah. So I feel like I've just been letting go of so much and constantly, So back to your question. What was your question?
Yeah, what do you feel is about to end for you? And what do you feel is about to open up for you?
Yeah. So I feel like a couple things. One awakening that I've had recently in regards to my work is that I have had this belief that I have to, aside from our work, that like my own personal work, that I have to like figure it out and do all of these pieces and do it all by myself. I've been operating on that belief. And then recently I had a conversation with someone. I haven't even told you this yet. And he was like, it was like a financial conversation.
Yeah.
And he was asking me like important questions. And he was like, when it comes to your work, like your business, like where do you have resistance? Where are your blocks? And I was like, I love the creation process. I don't like the selling process. And he was like, then you need someone to help you sell. And I was like, oh, like I can do that.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And it was so liberating for me.
Yeah.
So part of what's ending, I feel like, is this solo, doing it myself. I have to do all these hard things that I don't want to do, that aren't natural for me, that stress me out, that actually hold me back. And calling on support to help me in the areas where I'm not strong and I'm not confident.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And like finding the people who are, like, to supplement so that I can continue to create, give the world my creations. And then that part of like giving the world my creations is like being supported. So that feels really great. And then I think personally, I'm really ending some patterns here.
Yes.
I'm really ending some patterns. Just like, yeah. And I don't necessarily know if I want to get like too far into that right here, right now. But I feel this sense that like there are some patterns that I have been running for a very long time.
Yes. We all can relate. It's a cycle.
Yep. Yes. And this 9-year is the like, it's like the end, but because I'm in the end, it's like excruciating. It's been an excruciating, like having to relearn this, but having to relearn it in a way where it's like, all right, I'm like seriously not fucking doing this shit again. And so it's like kind of like learning it in a way where it's like really, it feels really brutal because it has to feel really brutal to get to the place where you're like, never again.
Yes.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Whew.
And I'm just kind of like giving the grace of my 9-year and these like next several months for this like unraveling to fully just like have its process.
Yes.
And let myself be unraveled in it. And yeah, so that when I start my 1 year next year, I'm just like new.
Woo!
And done with everything that had to be released.
Oh my goodness, so freeing. And I love the part where you're saying it has to be so excruciating because when you are facing it, you're choosing to really like not ignore it, not numb it. And we so want to because it's so fucking painful. Yeah. The word that you're using with excruciating is just the perfect alignment word for that. I'm sure so many people can relate to that. It just, that's the healing work, you know? And that's why people always talk about how it's so freeing because they are going through the excruciating work, you know? And I feel like this connects with all the past stuff that's connected to the experience that you're seeing right now that is like linked to all like the pattern. Hello. So what do you see opening up for you with what's ending, knowing what's ending?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's like I know what's ending is like kind of like roller coaster relationships. Whew. That's what's ending. I relate. Right?
Yes.
So like I'm here, now I'm gone, and I'm here, now I'm gone. Like that type of, that's just like that's such a hard no for me now. It's like you're either here and you're here, and I can count on you being here.
Yes.
I'm here too because that's my value, you know, or we're not doing any of this.
Right? Simple.
So simple. So that's what's opening up for me. Like what's opening up for me is just like stable relationships across the board.
Yes.
Consistent relationships across the board.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Where and that is only going to serve every other area of my life because I'm gonna have this like stable emotional base that I'm operating from. And that's like, that's just like what I want. That's what I want in my life.
And I see that being parallel to your relationship with your work as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yes.
You have someone there with you taking care of the sales.
Yes.
And you're like, you get to be present with your creation. I see that partnership working
and like
out.
a stable person who I can count on. Like this theme is like, it's just that my need that I'm accepting for myself. I need to be able to count on the people that I am like entrusting with my heart, my work, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, love that. Like I'm feeling that for you so much. And it's gonna be so like see, and you can see what you had to go through, what you had to face, what you had to heal. And it makes it so fucking worth it. Totally. Oh my gosh. Well, congrats. I'm already congratulating you, you know? Because it's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Are you ready for your question?
I am ready for this interesting question that you were just like, oh my God, before we went live.
Yeah. I'm just so curious. So
Oh, Jillian. Amen. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rudy. Hi, good morning. Hi, Jillian. Hi, everyone. She said, amen. Yes. Feeling that. I know you feel that. Yeah.
So we just did a meditation,
Mm-hmm.
meditate and conversate, and it was
Yes.
about acceptance. It was about accepting circumstances as they are and not needing them to be different. It's about accepting others as they are and not needing them to be different, and accepting ourselves as we are and not needing ourselves to be different, like releasing the need for things to be different than they are. And then when we were processing at the end, you mentioned briefly like that the hardest thing to accept is like shame and guilt, right? So my question for you is there shame and guilt from your past that you actually have come to accept?
Ooh.
You've accepted yourself there, you've forgiven yourself there. It's no longer like a thorn that you get stuck on, you know, but you've worked your way through.
Yeah. What stands out the loudest is the shame of like how I was to my family, especially my siblings. I feel that because the gaps have been closing, that's been helping with my healing of my shame. Some of it might still spike up a little bit, but like I'm able to talk about it full on. And I feel that that's such a strong indicator that, okay, you're healing from it because you're able to talk about it openly. And I'll just give you some examples of like what I have so much shame around. One, in my first relationship, how would I say it? Because I was so empty and I like would like borrow his identity and like his behaviors, I totally projected onto like my siblings, you know. One, for an example, with my youngest brother, and I believe I've told you this before too, where I can remember that he came over with some friends, or it would just be me and him hanging out in the living room. And my brother was like so young, we're 10 years apart. So if I was teenager age, just subtract that by like 10. So he was like 5 or 4 or 6. I was 16 when I was like with him. So like he was probably 6 or 7. And he would just want to come hang out. He would just like pop in and just kind of want to be there. And I would tell him to go away. Like, go away. Like, leave us alone. And oh my God. That's a shameful experience. Another shameful experience is I remember like my ex had this pickup truck. And you know, I think he picked us up from school or something like that. And, you know, of course I was in the car with him and my sisters was in the back of the truck, but he would purposely make it bumpy and like ha 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 ha, so funny, and I didn't do anything about it. I haven't talked about like said this out loud, but visions. I have the visions, so I'm just saying it out loud. Another shameful experience is um um you know, so we got Duke together, and so like my siblings made this like even more aware, like when Duke would run out and be a bad boy or whatever, we would have to chase him around and get him, and he would be so mad. He would like throw him in the car, and then when we got home, like Duke just got like a beating. He would kick him and all this stuff, and I didn't even know what to do. Like I do anything basically. You know, I can't remember if I even I said like stop, like that's enough. You know, I said that, but he's gonna do what he wants to do. So like I have shameful things that I saw my past partner like be abusive, and he was abusive with me too. So there's a lot of shame wrapped around that. There's a lot of shame of getting one of my sisters involved in so much of my fucking bullshit. Like we got caught. I showed them shoplifting. They get caught first, and then next thing you know, I get caught with like the main sister that's a year younger from me. She would get involved in all my shit, you know, and I forced her to shoplift with me, and then we got caught. We got arrested and shit. Oh my God, it was a whole thing. There's just so much shame of how I used my siblings and how I like manipulated them and like wanted to be controlling because I saw control behaviors. I saw bullying behaviors, even from other kids, because I was the youngest one, the oldest person in like this group when I was young. And so, yeah, just shameful the ways that I bullied my siblings and like used them and like abused them in a way, you know, manipulated them. It was all about getting what I wanted. I was so selfish, you know, and this is why like facing this has helped me when they give responses or like triggering remarks or whatever. Facing that helps me take it, absorb it, and release it, you know, because they have every right to be mad. You know, I can't expect them to be on the healing journey and we can just be kumbaya or whatever, forgive. Like they're still going through their stuff and they're now just seeing me in a certain way. And, you know, like, so that facing that really helped me like understand when it comes, the attacking comes to me. Yeah. Whew.
Wow, that's really big. It's like the taking responsibility is like revisiting those memories and really feeling the pain of them.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
yeah, and like it's me, and like, and this goes with self-acceptance too, because you want to reject that so bad, like, oh my god, no, I didn't do that, like how could I do that, but that was me. And just like, yeah, letting myself see that process and release it, and it's healing saying it out loud too right now too. Yeah, and owning like that. And so like, yeah, if we were to ever like go to this area and have like full circle like healing conversation with them, I would just take it. Like I take responsibility. Yes, that's what I did. I was in a fucking codependent relationship, and I own all of that, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And this is why I am committing to my recovery so strong, because like I know what it looks like when I revert back. It's like there's no like they don't matter. They don't matter. And then there was like a memory, I shared this on social media, where I put her through so much shit, where my first ex broke my phone because he saw my ex message me. And my sister just kind of said, oh, Michael, you know, back in the day we have those flip phones, and then you would just see who it is. It's just like, oh yeah, Michael, because we're all cool with him. We're not together anymore, but now I'm with my ex. But she just said that, and my ex got so mad. He picks up the phone, calls him, cusses him out, and he smashes my phone. And then guess what I do? I don't get mad at him, but I get mad at her for bringing awareness that my, you know, oh, I just said his name out loud. Yeah, like that he texted, you know, and so horrible. Fucking cussed her out, yelled at her, and she's over there crying. We're at a friend's house. My friend is comforting her, and all I could think about is not having him be mad at me. That's all I fucking care about. She's over there crying in the corner. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, like owning all of that, how it was just all about him, and didn't give a fuck how other people were affected through my codependency. Ooh. So that's the main shame that it's like I've been really working on, because there's no way I would have been able to like take the rocks that they thrown at me. I mean, from the hurt and the pain, you know.
How do you not remember? And don't you find that, like you were just saying, that like even saying this out loud is like helping you? Like, isn't this the main thing with shame? It's like we have to air it out. We have to like
gotta express it.
We have to express it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been feeling a lot of shame these past like couple of weeks, and I've had to express it so much.
Yeah, gotta get it out.
Keep processing it and just keep like calling someone and being like, dude, I'm having so much shame right now. Can I please like air this out with you? Can I like confess this? You know, because it festers on the inside.
It's eating you up alive.
It eats you up alive.
The shame and the guilt is the hardest area to accept about yourself.
Yeah, it is. It's the hardest. And so like having safe people where we can have these expressions is like so everything. Yeah. And then, you know, if we have the opportunity to be able to go back to the ones that we've heard and just like really own it and really apologize, like, yeah, that's freeing yourself.
Yes.
And them.
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing so openly and honestly.
Oh yeah.
As always.
Those are the main memories.
Yeah.
That comes up.
Powerful.
Yeah, thanks for the question. It's so interesting that you picked that up, because all I kept thinking about was your meditation.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's stuff here to like get into today.
Yes. Oh, great questions. Great questions.
Thanks people for being with us.
Yes. Thanks all for being here. Hi. So yes, we're here on a Sunday because there was some schedule changes, some conflicts with timing. We will be reverting back on coming up here, showing up here on Saturdays at 11, and the meditation at 10 a.m. Again, we have our workshop in 2 days. It's called Reframe we're going to be working through some stories, some things that we say to ourselves that are not serving us at all. And I like how you put in the description, we're really going to look at the ways that we have victim language with ourselves, and we need to feel more empowered. So that's the reframing to feel more empowered. So that's in 2 days. Click on our website to join. We only have 3 spots left. That's it. Anything else you would like to share?
Well, I'm just thinking about like the way that shame works into the reframe.
Mm.
It's like we're really reframing our shame. Like we could have called this workshop "Reframe Your Shame."
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, and that rhymes too. Oh, reframe your shame.
Reframe your shame.
Yeah, reframe your shame.
So yeah, if you want to do some shame work, which is like the biggest way that you can free yourself, is to just like get into the shame and work with it consciously and lovingly and with support and community and have it be seen and heard and acknowledged. This will be a good one.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. See you next week.
Okay. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Love listening to you both. Yes, we are here every Saturday at 11. Hope to see you again, Julian. Okay. Bye. Bye. No, 2 people stayed on the whole time. Ooh. She's my client from Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, codependency relating to her 1,000%. Yeah.
Great share. Yeah.